What's up, gamers? I'm back, and I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed, okay? And that's actually a fat lie because I'm mad, all right? I lied to you right to your face. We need to talk about bot games, okay? All right, boys. So here's what happened, right? I was streaming, as I do, on twitch.tv/miniature sheep or something. I don't remember what my handle is. It's probably kind of weird. And game one of the day, get this, let me set the scene for you, set the table, if you will, on this romantic date we're having, in this cool lighting, and we're getting a little carried away, but we're gonna set this right. Okay, so I'm queued with 2 Masters players. I myself am in Masters, in the top 150 players on the entire ladder. That means out of the 800 bajillion downloads of the game, my account is one of the highest 150 ranked accounts at the time of this occurrence. Okay, I'm a little bit washed. I'm like top 200 now, whatever. I'm freaking buns, I know, but here we are, right? We're queuing, and the queue goes to 1 minute. All right, we reset it as you do, because you're gonna go to Japan and play on 800 billion ping, which is another thing that makes me mauled that we're not really gonna get into today, right? So we reset the queue. We're queuing up. 20 seconds, boom, queue pops. Oh boy, that was quick. This is really cool. This is sick. We're gonna get a real game. Or so we thought. That's huge. A game! This might be a bot match. Do they still have default profile pictures? Or no, bots don't have stickers. Brother, what happened will shock you. And it actually won't. It won't. So we're going to talk about bot games, my opinion, my take on them as a whole. While, you see me saucing up some kids in the background from the next game that wasn't a bot game, because that one was fun and it wasn't cringe and it wasn't a waste of time. All right. So I really do have like a lot to say about bot games. And I think it's kind of a controversial opinion. I don't know. A lot of people don't seem to agree, but then at the same time, there is a lot of people that do agree. So it's kind of a split, right? Because a lot of people play the game, okay? And I want to start off with saying I have nothing against bot games in standard. Absolutely nothing against it. If you have bot games in an unranked game, I have no problem with that whatsoever. That's totally fine. You want to learn a new character, you want to play against bots, you want to low stress, just vibe, have fun with some friends, sure, nothing against them. But that said, shouldn't be in ranked, should not be in ranked, and it should be toggleable, because if you want to play unranked and just kind of chill against real players, you should be able to do that too without having to worry about getting a bot game every single time. Because standard is really just filled with so many bots. Well, I'm going to be honest, that's what the people tell me. I only play ranked because I hear standard is filled with bots. And I don't mean like bots as in like, oh, the players are bad. I mean quite literally, Pokemon Unite, if you don't know, has bots. Not real players, computers that play the game and you play against them. And they fill the rest of your team. I don't really get why this is a thing in standard or especially in ranked, when you could go to a custom game and you can fill the lobby manually with 9 different bots. If you wanted to play bots, you can do that whenever you want. So it's really kind of frustrating. And we're going to talk about the ranked experience and what they do for it, okay? Because I'm a little bit mauled. So if you watch me on Twitch, all right, probably on YouTube even, if you watch me at all, I'm a very competitive person, right? I like ranked video games. I want my elo to go higher, bigger number, better person, more self-worth, all that stuff. All I care about is making my number higher, being better than I was last game, improving little by little, okay? Bots really, really take away from that. Being better than a bot, ooh, they're designed to lose for the most part. You're supposed to win. Not very interactive. So first of all, my first big thing about bots is they're bad for new players coming into the game and trying to learn it. I see posts on all the time on Reddit. I know I try to stay away from the Unite subreddit because it's kind of horrendous. But sometimes I'll see posts and half of them are just like, this game is so easy, bro. I've only lost 1 game. I'm literally veteran 1. Like, yeah, well, you probably played 1 team of real players and you lost, because this game is like that. You have bot games, and I know this for a fact, right? I've done beginner to master in 1 day several times on my stream. I did it first with Greninja, and then I did it again with Decidueye. And all the way through expert, guaranteed at least, usually, is bots. And I tried to do it again recently. I don't remember which character I tried to do it with, but more recently on Thea Sky. And it was bots all the way up to veteran. So I was like, I'm in veteran and it's still bots. And I just stopped. Like, there's no fun in that. You're not learning anything. You're not really beating anybody. It's so boring. Like, there's no point to do it, right? And it ruins the experience entirely. Like I said, if I wanted to play bots, I would just go fill a lobby with bots. Let's go farm some clips against Ayo's Trainer 2 here for Twitter. It's going to be sick. But that's not really what you're looking for generally if you're going to be playing standard or especially ranked. You should not be seeing that in ranked. Another thing, I think it's just kind of, honestly, it's a little malicious of the devs to put them in the game the way they have, right? So the bots have changed drastically since they first came out. Like, bots used to be so incredibly obvious. Their names were just jumbled letters. Their trainer cards were perfectly blank. They moved exactly the same. They would never recall. You'd see them running back to base. And now it seems like they learn from the player base. Like in this bot game, I got invaded by a Ghastly. He never hit the buff. He only attacked me one time. But it seems like the bots are there trying to learn from what players are doing, because obviously invade's really, really big on Thea Sky Ruins. And they're trying to just mask them as real players. Obviously, you'd never see somebody invade us Ghastly, but whatever. And it just feels really disingenuous, and it doesn't set like a good look, I don't think. Right? Pokemon Unite has been for months now. Oh, the game's dying. The game's dead. The player base is leaving. And I think bot games just feed into that. Bot games just make that look so much worse. When you queue for 20 seconds, you get a bot game. That's not good looks for the video game. And I've always been on the side of, yeah, the player base is lower than it was, but it's cyclical. And I've made a video about this in the past. If you want to check it out, I'll link it below. I don't really think the game is in a dying, dead state, right? Especially because we have UCS around the corner. But I really think bots seem like a kind of a desperate grab to keep people playing. Like almost as if you have to queue for a minute, you're going to close the game and go play something else. And that's the way I kind of look at it. It's just like, that I don't really see another reason to have them. Like I said earlier, bot games are just so boring. Like it's 10 minutes of, oh boy, here we go. We have bots, not real players. This means nothing. I'm not really pulling off any cool plays, right? Like it's just bots. This means nothing. Nobody really wants to watch it. I don't want to have to sit through it and play it. But I usually queue with a group, right? Which makes it even worse. I can't just close the game and force close the bot game, which you could do if you're in solo queue. And it's just really a waste of 10 minutes in my opinion. And then to add on to that, if you win, which you should, ideally, you gain ELO or you gain a diamond for it. And that is terrible. Like, it's a ranked system. You're ranked directly on other people on a leaderboard. And I think Unite leaderboards are bad enough in the fact that you can boost your Pokemon rating by playing bots and just farming quick matches and stuff like that. But that's, again, another topic. Really, it just boosts your rating, but it doesn't make you a better player, which is really the big issue here, is bots in ranked are not going to make you a better player. If you want to play him in standard to pick up a new character, let's say you want to play Scyther, you want to learn how to aim his moves and everything, you want to go play some bots, very low risk, low stress, go learn how to aim his moves, sure, go crazy. But to do that, to play these bots and gain ELO or gain a diamond, it just pushes players up higher than they should be. And that's part of why you see people with negative win rates get to the highest rank in the game. Masters, I think, in my opinion, I've said this before, should be the highest 1% of the player base, and there should be no bots. It should be really, really hard to get there. And really, bots just make it even easier, easier than it already is, and gives people wins that they didn't earn. And I have an issue with this because, like I said, I'm really, really competitive. You don't really earn the win. They used to get 4 points for a bot game. And now I'll show it after. I'll show the clip right here how many points I gained after that bot game. I want to say it was like 8 or 9. Like, I gained way too many points for bots. I'm one of the highest ranked accounts in the video game, and I gained 8 or 9 points. 8 or 9 points are not necessarily easy to come by at this rank. So I got that for free, which means, like, for what? I feel like I didn't earn anything. It just feels really, really negative and pointless in my opinion. But like I said, that's just me. I think it's an issue. I wish they would take them out of ranked altogether and make them a toggle on standard. Let me know what you guys think. If I'm just being a baby, oh, they'll never do that. Honestly, give me your take. Do you think bots are good for the game, or you think they're bad? I've made it pretty clear I think I don't like them. And I think this video is probably a little more negative than I intended it to be. But that's just the competitive side of me coming out a little bit, right? Like, I just want the competitive format to be a little bit better, and I think bots really, really take away from that. So I'm curious for your take. Be sure to leave a comment, like, subscribe, come back for more videos. Peace out.